Hey guys, so welcome back. Um, I've been doing good so far about posting every day, whether it's reel, well, shorts here, or video. And I know today's the second day after posting the dumpling. I do apologize, I'm not getting it on today, but I will be doing it, posting it tomorrow. Fingers crossed unless something really crazy happens. Um, my husband's schedule is hectic at best. And not really even hectic. It changes so much that it kind of catches me off guard sometimes. And then when that happens, I end up losing like a whole day as I'm trying to figure out what I have time to do. And sometimes I don't even realize what time he's coming home so I can get stuff done and everything else. So we're going on a walk, but we're in the room we're going to be walking in, so it'll be great. So behind me is my Alice stuff. That's kind of whatever. But this is my craft room. Yes, there's lots of empty cups right along there. They're all coffee cups. I use those for the coffee and crochet tutorials to do different coffee sleeves with different stitches, to teach you different stitches to help make it easier to learn a stitch and then get something out of it while you're learning the stitch. I really like that because it makes you feel productive while you're learning something. I am going to get that going again. Just need a little bit of time. I feel like the last year I've been kind of stuck in this like limbo, and even now I'm stuck. Like, if you when I turn the video around, understand, you can judge me all you want. If you have nothing nice to say, just don't say anything wrong and scroll. Remember what Thumper's mom said, it's not that deep. Like, I am in a transition time and I'm doing the best I can with what I have, as most people do. And I feel like the internet is just this huge place of judgment. And honestly, the only reason I'm showing it to you is so you can see the transformation and enjoy it with me. So, that being said, a year ago, my husband got a job offer that caused us to move many states. And we didn't have a lot of options at the time. We took the first offer he got. He was without a job for several months. We were in Louisiana. And the first job offer came up was for Pennsylvania. So that's where we are now, it has been a nice change of pace. We are enjoying it. But with that, we were not allowed to look at this house before we closed, like literally, like at any like time frame. So the only time we got to look at the house was literally right before we went to the bank to close. And while we were looking at it, the previous owners were following us around, so we couldn't even like talk about it to ourselves. Well, asking us, oh, you just love it, don't you? It's like, it would have been nicer to have seen it weeks ahead of time, because just from that little glance, we knew we didn't want to buy the house, but we were already stuck. So, be it as it is. We are making lemonade out of our lemons. And there was zero storage in this house. There was one closet technically in the basement, and the person we told that could live with us temporarily, who, here we are a year later, is still here. And that's a whole nother story. We're not going down that drama, but there is no storage. There's no like hidden closets. There's the most basic minimal cabinets that you can put in it. So it gives kind of a vibe of a minimalistic house. Okay, that's fine. But moving into a place with zero storage made it hard for us. And it made it so I went from an area with tons of storage, tons of cabinetry and everything else, and little hidey nooks and whatever, to nothing. So I had nowhere to store my stuff, like my yarn, because I had a closet I used. There's like a lack of closets even. So I'm going to turn the camera around and kind of show you what is the mess, because there is this extra room that would have been like technically like a storage or attic type of feel. that I'm utilizing as my craft room. So I have like general central air and all that. So I had gotten this to hold yarn because, well, no storage, right? I keep changing what yarn's in it, so it is kind of a hot mess, and I should get a winder for some of these that are hanging out. I just kind of like leaving them long instead of putting them in balls, probably in part because I don't have a thing to hold my balls. That all sounds so wrong. And then I have that guy, which has been great, and I usually use it for the small skeins, even before in Louisiana. But I move stuff around on it a lot, and there's a random Labubu on it to do videos for TikTok. I do stuff a lot with Premier Parfait yarn, and that box was literally holding it, and I was digging through it. So there's yarn vomit on the floor right now. Those two boxes have stuff from the previous house. A lot of it has made already things. A lot of it's in Ziploc bags to keep it from having stuff on it. They need gone through and to find a home. And then next to it is a dragon blanket, which I will do a video on here soon as I finish reconstructing it. I had to take it apart because my son's huge and it was for him. Huge as in tall. So we'll get to that. That will be a video. So keep your eyes peeled if you want to see that. It's an MJ off the hook design blanket that I'm altering to make it fit him. So with no storage and us throwing out like all of our bookshelves before we left because they wouldn't make the move, we used a lot of totes to bring stuff with us because we lived in an Airbnb for a month. And so my husband temporarily zip tied them together, which was pretty ingenious, so I could at least have a spot to put my yarn. I just have to like shove it in, color code it, organize it in some way. So it is a mess. And it's in part because the ball's down there. I have to find a different home for like ones that have been balled because it doesn't work with the others. And then everything could fit in there. So now that you've seen that, again, remember how I said we threw out all of our bookshelves because we don't have storage and we haven't bought new bookshelves because everything keeps going wrong with this house. My craft room has all the books. It just is what it is. So this craft room is also partially a storage area, and it has taken us almost a year to get me to this point where I actually had a dedicated area and I wasn't just working out of a box and not able to do stuff. So I've had to like throw stuff on here, and I haven't even been spinning cups, though I have it prepped. And I want to put a dragon on this one, on the handle, so I might do a tutorial with that. But I have a lot of cleaning to do. So I'd like to show you guys, this is the hot mess of, hey, I'm getting this stuff in here and out of the garage. But it's a disarray. And I would love to share the journey as I try and get myself into a better mental state with all this, which is part of why I'm doing this, the posting every day for a month, to get myself a purpose and get going and figure out what I'm wanting to do, because the time had lapsed so long and I had to constantly put my shop on vacation because I just couldn't make so many of the things in it that I know it affected people even coming to look, which is fine, but that means I need to pivot. And with that, I am pivoting. I am putting all the cups that I made at some point that I still have that haven't sold or never sold before we moved up on a deep discount, basically 50% plus off, some 75% and stuff off, just to find them a home. I know that the world has oversaturated the shopping areas with cups. I am aware. And I'm not worried about that because ultimately there's so many different things that you can make. I need to get a chair in this room. So I will, down in the description, have a link to my shop on Tedooo. Tedooo is a crafting community app, but you don't have to use the app. You can just use a website. And so there are lots of free patterns on there. I totally encourage you, if you are a crafter, go check it out. I will put a link also down there for anyone that doesn't have the app and wants to get the app, because they have this thing called Visions, and I'm back and forth on it, but I would encourage anyone that wants to try out the app and like fully utilize it to use that link. It will give you, I don't remember how many because I'm not looking at it right now, but it will give you credits to do visions, which as a non-crafter, if you're wanting to commission someone to make something for you, you can have the AI system within Tedooo help you design what you want your thing to look like, which is really cool, but it does require vision credits. And with our referral links, people can get free vision credits. So that will be down below. I'll have it described so you click on the right one. The other one will be for my store. I do still have Etsy up currently, so you can check that out too. It will also be down there. And for the crafters, and I've said this in other posts, while I do put my patterns on Etsy, and I do have some of them on Tedooo, and I will leave them on Tedooo, I love Ravelry because as a crafter, I like to know when there's an update done to a pattern I've purchased. I may never use that updated version, but I will like having the option to go get it and to download it and to have it just in case. Oftentimes, if I'm buying a pattern, it's for a one-time use. And that just is what it is for me. I know some other people that's not the case. So, this is my daily post, and those boxes need to go too. As you can see, there's just a bunch of junk. So half storage, not even half storage. I've gotten a lot of the stuff that was like stored in here gone, but I would like this to just be a craft room where I can show you guys cup making, pen spinning, whatever, and all the things. And if I get requests to do something, I can do those on here, in here. So, with that, I will be on here. So the next videos you can anticipate that are crafting from me will be of the dragon. And there will be one, it won't be this one specifically, but I have lots of Wooble kits around here that I bought for my daughter. She started them, didn't finish them, got frustrated with them, whatever. So I'm going to pull up the pattern for whichever one it is. Obviously not meat bacon. I did a video with meat bacon, or with bacon, the pig, to show it's easy to do or whatever, and that I do recommend the Wooble kits for someone that's new to crochet. I really do. They are great kits. But I will do one where I'm timing myself to see how fast I can whip whichever one it is that I pick out of her container. I am a knit. I can knit, but I am not like a knitter. I had found they have these little knit kits at Five Below, and I purchased one. So I'm going to do a video of me testing one of those out and seeing how well that works. So that will be one of them. And then you'll get videos of me transforming this room. Those will be some of the things you will see on here through this 30 days. Also, obviously, the steamer for the dumpling. And, big surprise, I'm going to be starting to slowly roll out patterns I have made in the past, or patterns that were free that I've altered in some way, my version, on here. So there is a woman, and I'll have it all in the thing, that did a BB9 hat here on YouTube, and it was free, obviously, because you watch on YouTube. I took that and made BB9E, I want to say it is, basically the evil BB8. I made a hat version. So I'm going to put my hat version of the BB9 up with a link to her BB-8 hat, since obviously that's where I got the idea. And I used the basic same pattern. I just changed color sequence number things. So, and then there are lots of, I will be doing some more coffee and crochet. Some of those will just be like the school bus one, where it's going to be using stitches I've already shown how to do, but it's making more of a design on a coffee sleeve. So we'll be doing those. And then character hats. I'm going to roll out character hats, and probably the first thing you will see before the character hats is stuff like chicken nuggets. I have made videos on YouTube of tutorials on how to make some of my patterns that tripped people up more often than others, but I made them private, so they had to have bought the pattern to get a link to that video. I am going to go through the video to see how it looks and if I want to redo it. And if I don't want to redo it, I will be posting it. So some of those will roll out kind of quickly, or at least one or two of them. I don't know. Here is that kit I was talking about. I did open it up to show it on TikTok with the plan to do it, and I just hadn't done it yet. So needs done. It's sitting on my desk in the parts, waiting for me to make it. So look forward to that. Lots of crafting. Lastly, not crafting related, I have been, part of the reason I'm having problems posting is I have been trying out a new game that's not on release yet called Sponge Break. Sponge Break. If you like Peak, RV There Yet, or Rebo, those are all kind of go down that same kind of pathway, and they're all lots of fun. I highly recommend them all. I will be showing some clips. The other day I wasn't able to get it clipped, or yesterday, so we'll see how that goes. I will be showing some game clips from other games I have been playing lately as well. With that, I'm going to go for now, and thank you for coming and hanging out and listening to my rambling. And there's my hand. Thank you for all the things. If you have, I will leave you with this. If you have any sort of storage thing that isn't a huge space eater that would work great with yarn that you absolutely love, and you're seeing it's a weird shaped room, please comment what it is. I'm looking for ideas to get the ball rolling on getting this stuff to where it needs to be. Currently, my husband's wanting to keep the books in here, so I can like have a craft room / library. I'm not opposed, so long as I can make it work spatially. I have to figure out bookshelf things, so that's a whole thing. So anyways, any advice, cool, on suggestions with those. If you have nothing nice to say, I'm not going to reply to you. If you feel like your keyboard warriorness has to comment to go ew and make it such a point that I have disgusted you so much, I am there sorry that I have ruined your day. Maybe you should have scrolled. Other than that, I'm just keeping it real. I don't know any other way to do it. Please like, subscribe, and keep following if this is your jam. I am a Hot Mess Express. My craft room's a Hot Mess Express full of all the crafts, and I'm trying to fix it, but the move really made it rough. And I don't even have all the boxes up here, just to tell you how bad it is. So I will see you guys tomorrow.